what would you suggest? Like, is there any kind of age or any kind of sort of like, how do I put this across without coming across in a different way? If
Bring it on in the way you want to bring it on.
if anybody has any sorts of disease or any sorts of thing,
Mhm.
should they avoid? Is there any people who should not do yoga?
No, but there are certain postural practices, and
Mm-hmm.
there are certain now you get to enter a new word.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, kriyas
Mm-hmm.
that a person should not be doing when they're going through a certain state of mind, or
Okay.
when they're going through a certain state of physiology.
Certain state of mind and physiology. Okay.
Yeah, a woman is on a heavy bleeding day
Mm-hmm.
of their cycle, right? Don't do an inversion on that.
Okay. Okay.
It's common sense when
Okay.
you think about it, right?
Makes
So
sense. Yeah.
things like that. You find all these rules clearly documented way back in the
Mm-hmm.
Veda, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of people think that you'll find the answers to the postural practice in Patanjali Yoga Sutras, but no. To understand more about the practice of the posture, pick up this book called Hatha Yoga Pradipika.
Hatha Yoga Pradipika.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That will tell you about what a practice of asana is. It breaks down each of the things. Now, the practice that I do is called Mysore Ashtanga.
Mm-hmm.
So it's we spoke about it, right?
Yes.
Yep, yep. And it was by Sri Patavi Joyce.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's a lineage,
Okay.
like I said, right? Because I want to have the authenticity. I don't want to just go into like random classes and then every day there's like some random posture over there. I for some reason my mind is not tuned to it. I need to have consistency. So the practice that we do is the same exact postural practice every day in the morning.
Got it.
You do it first thing in the morning, and then the rest of the day is yours.
Got it. Got it. My question here is like, what are the different kinds of yoga? You said about your practice of yoga. So, what are the different kinds of yoga?
So yoga in itself does not have different styles per se. Right?
Okay.
It's the lineage that has different styles.
Okay.
So, okay, let's put it. Let me ask you this question. Let me ask you a counter question.
Uh-huh.
What do you think is the word yoga mean?
I personally feel yoga means stretching.
That's incorrect.
No,
Mm,
yoga means moving your body according to a breath.
Incorrect.
No? Okay. I go
Let
on.
me go. That's fine because that's how the pop industry or modern
Yeah, yeah,
world shows you.
yeah,
That's right.
right.
Yoga, the word yoga, actually comes from the root word yuk or
You,
yoke. Okay.
okay.
It just means union,
Oh, okay.
union of yourself with the divine.
With the divine.
Yeah.
Okay.
The practice that I have, I can speak about that.
Uh-huh.
Right. There's so many other practices as well, right? Like for example, there is Kundalini yoga.
Kundalini. That's one big question that I have as well. Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh. I'll save it for the later part.
And then there is Ashtanga yoga.
Ashtanga yoga,
Okay.
Kundalini Ashtanga.
Yeah. And from the later parts, right, you'll start seeing Paramhamsa Yogananda ji, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He has something called Kriya yoga.
Kriya yoga,
Okay. And then afterwards came in Nada yoga.
Nada yoga.
Yeah.
Can you give one sentence for each, like what it actually means? Do you know anything about it? Like basics. Like I know Kriya, is it?
Of it, the goal of everything is still the same.
Okay.
Okay. It's just that think about it this way.
Mhm.
I think this would be a pretty good example for it, right? Why do you eat? To gain energy, right?
Yeah.
But again, different recipes or different kinds of food, the purpose is still the same. You just have different flavors.
Yes, yes.
I
I know
think this
what
is
you're
something
saying.
like
It's like I mean, I was listening to a podcast. He says there's something called basic motive and superior motive. Like when you have sex, the basic motive is to have like to have fun, like and the ulterior motive is to reproduce. So basically, the ulterior motive stays the same. The basic motives like evolve based on what your body prefers or what you prefer.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly. And also when you think about it, right? So the legend of yoga goes so much more deeper and deeper into our understanding, right? This is from Sadhguru and the Isha Foundation,
Mm-hmm.
right? So they have something called Isha Kriya Yoga.
Isha Kriya Yoga, heard of it? Yes.
But at the end of the day, most of the things, right, that all the lineages say are still the same. They just have like a slight different variation in the postural practice or in the breath work or something of that sort. But then everyone is telling the same thing. Now, if you go to John Doe's yoga class
Mhm.
for like a bigger booty, pardon me on that one, I can help you there.
So what about what about this Bikram yoga? What is that?
Did you see the documentary on
I did. I
Netflix?
did.
Yeah, I think that explains it, right? Do I need to go more and further deeper into that? Let's not talk about it,
Yeah.
because I think the bigger question to ask is, why do all these yoga gurus become like that?
Yes.
I think that's a bigger
Yeah.
question to
Yeah.
ask, right? Let's not focus more on Bikram or on one particular
Yeah. Yeah.
certain person, right? I think it's a two-sided problem. It's like the first thing is these people gain certain insight. It's like, they gain certain powers. And the word power is also actually mentioned in yoga and in a beautiful way, right? It's called Siddhi.
Okay.
Okay. In one of the uh, writings of Shiva's literature, right? It is mentioned that, when you're doing these practices, you start getting certain powers. Okay.
Oh.
You can start seeing and you can start foresee things and things like that, and you start attracting people and you have like this natural charisma and all of these things, right? And then what happens is, since you gain this power, you start becoming power hungry.
When you say power hungry, more power. Okay. Okay.
But then in that mode of being power hungry, you forget your ultimate goal.
Okay. Why you started in?
Now that is one side of the problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is the teacher side of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now the student side of the problem is they come in with so many traumas or so many troubles or so many desires. I'm not having a flexible body, so
Mm-hmm.
please help me, get like a better body or something like that. And then they stick to the practice for like, let's say, 6 months or 1 year. Then they do it so well, and then the teacher is guiding them so well. Now they start elevating the teacher to the level of God. So it's a
Hmm.
two-sided problem. I think the word that I want to use here is called vichikshana. It's called discrimination in the
Okay.
okay. It's called vichikshana gyan, right? It's okay. And when I say discrimination, right, it's not discrimination against people, like trying to discern your own thoughts. It's like, okay, is this going to help me or is this going to hurt me in the grand scheme of things?
Hmm.
I think that's the one that we want to have. And one of that actually is, it's also laid out in the Ashtanga yogas, the one that we follow. It's got Ashtanga called 8 limbs, right?
8 limbs. Yes.
It's got nothing to do with the physical limbs.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.